Please remain standing and put ourselves in the presence of the Lord for the NBL prayer.
Dear God, from whom every goodness, wisdom, and strength comes and begins, we are ever grateful as we owe before you all that we have and all that we are. Father, in our every sport and tournament, we ask you, keep us away from any danger, injury, accident, or untoward incident. Keep us safe and free from the infectious COVID-19, and keep us reminded to show true friendship and sportsmanship, that in our actions and showcase of skills and talents, your name may be praised. In your kindness and inspiration, continue making us mature and grow into the best versions of ourselves, where in anything and everything we do it for your greater glory. This we pray in your most holy name. Amen.
Thank you very much. You may go back to your respective places. It's almost time for Game 2 of the Best of 3 Semifinals between Pampanga Delta and Taguig Generals on the Chooks to Go NBL Chairman's Cup Season 2021. Ang tahanan ng tunay na homegrown.
Pagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. 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 Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan. Nag-aalab ang pusong handang makipagsabayan.
The action continues live here at the Brenzy Giao Convention Center as Fidel Castro, LJ Mayo, and the rest of the Taguig City Generals looking to extend this semi-final series against Levi Hernandez, Encho Serrano, and the Pampanga Delta, who are aiming to return to the NBL Finals. This is Game 2 of your Chooks to Go NBL Chairman's Cup 2021 semifinals. Will it be a return to the finals for the Pampanga Delta, or will it be the Taguig Generals forcing a deadlock here in this best of 3 semi-final series? Mabuhay Pilipinas, I'm Ruben Terrado and we welcome you to our coverage live here on Solar Sports, and we expect an action-packed game for today, considering that one of these teams that we have today are facing elimination, and that is the Taguig Generals. But first, let's review game number 1 of the semi-finals, in which that Pampanga Delta drew first blood with a 108-102 victory over the Generals. The Delta led or trailed West Mania 17 points but became storming back. It was a tight contest. Look at the numbers. Bench points, the Delta only 16, but fast break points, the Delta with a 24-9 advantage. The Pampanga Delta looking to sweep the best of 3 semi-final series. Now let's go to the key players of the game number 1, and let's now first go with Fidel Castro, who had his best shooting night of the season with 5 3-pointers. Fidel Castro hitting from downtown, but it was still not enough as the Generals lost game number 1 of the best of 3 semi-final series. But we look at the numbers, comparing his elimination round averages. He surpassed that with 23 points, 7 of 17 from the field, as well as 5 of 13 shooting from three-point range. Fidel Castro, what a night for him in game number 1. Meanwhile, let's shift to the Pampanga Delta, where Levy Hernandez led the way for the Pampanga Delta. As we look at Levy Hernandez and the highlights of Levy in game number 1, he was impressive in that game where the Pampanga Delta came storming back with Levy Hernandez scoring that dunk and that fadeaway shot over the Taguig defenders. Look at his numbers, 24 points in game number 1. Compare that to his numbers during the elimination round, only 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. The Delta needing more from Levy Hernandez in game number 2 in order to return to the NBL Finals. Now let's shift to LJ Mayo later on, but we look again at Levy Hernandez, a big game for him last time, and now a look at LJ Mayo, who had a double-double in their game number 1. Look at him continuing to lord it over in the boards, but again, it was not enough as LJ Mayo's effort came from naught. LJ Mayo leading the way in game number 1, 16 points and 13 rebounds, 6 assists. Compare that to his numbers during the elimination round. It was also a double-double performance for LJ Mayo during the elimination round. Now let's go to Encho Serrano, who also had a big game yesterday against the Generals. He also led the way with 24 points in that contest, hitting from downtown. Encho Serrano led that fight back by the Delta in game number 1. Again, the Delta trailed by as many as 17 points in game number 1, but Encho Serrano, the scorcher, to lead the way from that come from behind win. 24 points, like I mentioned, 2 rebounds, 7 assists, and 10 of 20 from the field. Excellent numbers for Encho Serrano in that game. A look again at the Pampanga Delta, who of course are aiming to sweep the semifinals against the Taguig Generals. And we look at Mark Dyke, who also had a double-double performance in that game, in game number 1. A big night for the former NU Bullpup. Ranzel Young also controlling the boards in game number 1. They were deadly in as far as double-double performance is concerned. Mark Dyke, 21 points and 12 rebounds. Ranzel Young with 20 points, 14 rebounds. So we expect them to do the same if the Delta would want to sweep this semifinal outing against the Generals. Again, both teams rivals in the NBL. The Generals won Season 2 against the Delta via sweep, and the Delta now looking to get a measure of revenge. Let's now go to our Coliseum Barker for the starting 5.
Of the best of 3 chooks to go NBL Chairman's Cup Season 2021 Semifinals. Ang tahanan ng tunay na homegrown. It's a Taguig versus Pampanga here at the Bransegao Convention Center. Let's meet the starters. First, for Taguig City Generals. Point guard number 69, Harvey Subrabas. At the other guard, number 24, Coco Tanshoko. At forward, number 21, Fidel Castro. Coming in at center, number 3, Jonas Lontok. Power forward, number 0, LJ Mayo. Taguig Generals is led by Bing Victoria. Here comes the starting 5 for the defending champs, Pampanga Delta. At forward, number 16, Ranzel Young. Starting at guard, number 11, MJ Garcia. At forward, number 10, Jeff Santos. Shooting guard, number 8, Jason David. Playing center, number 0, Mark Dyke. Pampanga Delta head coach is Honorable Governor Dennis Delta Pineda.
Starters for this matchup, we have Santos, Garcia, Dyke, David, and Young for the Delta. For the Generals, Sobrabas, Tanshoco, Lontok, Castro, and Mayo. We're about to begin game number 2 of this semifinal match. Our referees for today's game, Crew Chief Cornel Tungol, Rolando Francisco, Junel Buse, and the fourth man, Mr. Arman Buenaventura. And we are now underway with game number 2 of the semifinal match between Taguig and Pampanga as Fidel Castro converting on the 3 to start off this game. Again, the Generals looking to extend the series to a deciding game 3 next week as we see Jeffrey Santos with a 2-pointer. Pampanga now on the board as we see Tanshoco across to Castro. Sobrabas to Tanshoco at the left side against Santos. Castro with 9 on the shot clock. Castro against Dyke and a steal by Santos. Up ahead to Garcia. Garcia over Mayo, he scores. Now Pampanga up by a point. 1 minute gone in the first quarter. Castro with a running shot. It doesn't go. Rebound by Garcia. Garcia against Sobrabas. David at the right side against Tanshoco. Tanshoco turns to his right side. He stepped back. Rebound by Young. Young, the reverse layup, no. Rebound by Mayo. Mayo on the attack against David. Mayo, oh! What a layup there by LJ Mayo. LJ Mayo switching hands with that layup. And a miss by Young. And possession goes to Taguig. Let's watch this layup. And that Gatorade Fast Break Blast was brought to you by Gatorade. Nothing beats Gatorade. Nice move there by LJ Mayo to score that layup. Mayo now with the ball for the Generals. Pass to Castro. Castro to Sobrabas. Sobrabas, the one-hander, no good. Rebound by Dyke. David with the ball at the left wing against Tanshoco. Santos to Garcia at the corner. Too strong on that three-point shot. Rebound by Tanshoco. Sobrabas against Young. Sobrabas driving inside. Sobrabas outside pass, but there's a foul. Foul is on MJ Garcia. First foul by Garcia. 9 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first. We have the Generals up by 1. Again, if you missed game number 1, Pampanga overcame a 17-point lead by Taguig to win game number 1. And we have Pampanga regaining possession. Santos at the right side against Tanshoco. To David. Garcia. They go to the post. Dyke being guarded by Mayo. Pass to David and a traveling violation. Mayo driving inside, pass to the corner. Castro to Sobrabas. And a steal by David. David has Mayo to beat. And David earns a trip to the line. Foul committed by LJ Mayo. That's his first foul. And we have Jason David now at the line. David only had 3 points in game 1, but he had 10 assists yesterday He makes the first free throw. David also grabbed 8 rebounds, so a near double-double performance for Jason David yesterday. A miss by David, but we have a lane violation. Again, 10 assists last night for Jason David. That was a season high for the former San Sebastian Stag. David makes the free throw. Generals down by a point. Lontok to Castro at the left side against Santos. Castro looking for a teammate. Tansyoko at the corner. Pass to Mayo. Mayo against David. Handoff. Castro. Short on the three. Rebound by Sobrabas. Sobrabas with a fresh shot clock. Castro to Tansyoko. To the left wing, Lontok. Long two by Lontok. Off to the right. Offensive rebound by Mayo. Mayo to the cutting. Lontok. Missing the layup. Rebound by Ranzel Yong. And now, Pampanga on the attack. Santos to Dyke. Dyke fires the three. In and out. Yong offensive rebound. And we have a loose ball foul on Pampanga. Foul is on MJ Garcia. That's the second team foul of the Delta. One-point lead for Pampanga. Mayo attacks inside. Kick out to Castro. Castro, long two over Dyke. No good. Rebound by Yong. And now the Delta on the run. David escapes to Braba. Sidestep move by David. And we have a foul. Another foul on LJ Mayo. That's his second foul. And now David back at the line. David at the foul line, he makes the first. Now Ganya enters the game for the Delta. Noel Santos and Dan Natividad also in the game for the Taguig Generals. Under 8 minutes left in the first. And David missing the free throw, rebound by Subrabas. 2-point lead for the Delta. Lontok to Subrabas to the corner. Tansyoko. No good. Battle for that board. And it's taken by David. Up ahead to Ganya. Pass to Yong. Almost losing the ball. And now it's with David. David attacks. And ball off David. Turnover Pampanga Delta. Santos to Lontok. Lontok at the middle to Natividad. Natividad fakes. Pass to Santos. Santos drives inside. What a move by Noel Santos for two. And we are tied at 7. 7 minutes left in the first. Santos on the left side against Tansyoko. Tansyoko calling Mark Dyke. Dyke now with the ball against Santos. And a steal by Taguig. Natividad. They will set it up. Subrabas to the right side, Tansyoko. Tansyoko goes to his right side. Hand off to Lontok. Back to Tansyoko. Santos. 10 on the shot clock. Santos outside to Natividad. Another pass. Lontok. Short J. No good. Mark Dyke with the rebound. Dyke gives it to Santos. Santos crosses the timeline just in the nick of time. Dyke inside to Yong against Lontok. Yong with a drive over Santos, but there's a foul. Foul on Lontok as we watch this layup by Noel Santos against the defense of the Pampanga Delta. And now shooting to Ranzel Yong. Again, the Generals eyeing to extend this series to a do or die game next week. Ranzel Yong at the line. He makes his first point of the game. Again, as we mentioned in the pre-game, as we see Tansyoko now at the bench, Ranzel Yong, a double-double in game 1, 20 points and 14 rebounds. 9 on the offensive end as Yong, it's the free throw. Meanwhile, Taguig having problems here. A steal by Yong. Yong to David. And he will be back at the line for 2 more free throws. Foul is on Harvey Sobrabas. So again, off a turnover. At ang Chooks to Go NBL Chairman's Cup ay hatid sa inyo ng Chooks to Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Sampurna now enters the game for the Generals. David at the line makes the second free throw. 2 for 2 for Jason David, and now it's a 4-point lead. Natividad drives outside to Santos. Santos to Gilbero. 7 on the 24 and a steal by Ganya. Ganya now on the run to David. David over Santos and he scores. Jason David with another basket. 6 points for Jason David. 6-point lead for the Delta. Natividad to Sampurna. Sampurna inside to Natividad. Natividad attacks. Wrap around pass to Sampurna. Pass to Yasa. 6 on the shot clock. Yasa short. Natividad offensive rebound. Outside to Santos. Gilbero missing the 3 and the rebound by Santos. Another stop for the Pampanga Delta. Pampanga on a 6-0 run. David hangs in the air and he scores the layup. Jason David with another basket, and now Pampanga starting to pull away. 8-0 run for the Delta as we watch this layup by Jason David. And then another basket. Jason David hangs in the air. Pampanga up by 8. We have a timeout. Some stats here by the Pampanga Delta, and obviously Pampanga topped the elimination round, and based on the stats, it was no surprise. First in points per game, field goal shooting, 3-point percentage, rebounds, and points in the paint. And excellent numbers for the Pampanga Delta during the elimination round, and it's no surprise that they are number 1 at the end of the elimination round. Meanwhile, back to the game, we have a miss by Taguig. Ganya. Pampanga looking to extend this lead. Serrano for 3. 11-0 run for the Pampanga Delta. And now a miss there by Natividad. And I think the ball will go to Pampanga. So another stop as you watch this 3-point shot by Encho Serrano. And now we have a whistle here. And the referee now controlling the situation. Serrano and Natividad. Let's watch this replay. And a foul was called. Referees controlling the situation between Natividad and Serrano, having a bit of an exchange there after that collision. And I think we have an infraction here as you watch the two players having some words, and a double technical foul called on the two players. So a technical foul on both Serrano and Natividad for trash talking. Serrano to Young, jumper for two. And it is now a 13-point lead for the Delta. So in contrast to game number 1, Delta off to a strong start in game number 2 as you watch that layup by Dan Natividad. And he will shoot 2 free throws. Natividad earning his first trip to the line after that foul on CJ Ganya. Natividad now on the line for 2 shots. And Natividad sinks the first. Natividad had 20 points. 6 of 16 from the field in game number 1. That's a season high. That 20 points for Dan Natividad. 2 for 2 for Natividad to stop momentarily this run by the Delta as we see Serrano with the layup. And Serrano answering back. 22-9, Delta up. Pressure defense by Pampanga. Santos now with the ball. Pass to Caduada. Oh, a turnover. Miscommunication on the part of the Generals. We have Serrano to Ganya. Open for the 3. Short. Who gets that rebound? And out of bounds. Ball goes to Taguig. As you watch this layup by Encho Serrano over the defense of Noel Santos. Caduada. Bounce pass to Natividad. Natividad to Santos. Santos spin move. Outside. Oliveria at the corner. Jumper is good. The Generals down by 11. Under 3 minutes left in the first. Hernandez against Natividad. They go to the post. Young, long 2. In and out. Rebound by Dyke, but we have a loose ball foul on Pampanga. Foul is on Mark Dyke. First foul on Mark Dyke. Alianco now in the game, replacing Mark Dyke. Daryl Pascual seeing action for the first time in this series. Now in the game for the Delta. Again, Pascual did not play yesterday for the Delta. Meanwhile, Santos throws it up to Sampurna over Lianco. He scores in a foul. Mike Sampurna with the layup. And a foul is called on Lianco. As you watch this replay, and a foul is called. Looks like a reach-in foul on Lianco. Mike Sampurna. And he completes the 3-point play. A much-needed basket there for the Generals who are down by 8. Serrano against Caduada. Serrano attacks. And deflected from behind by Caduada. Sampurna inside over 2 defenders. He is blocked. Natividad. Long 2 by Natividad. Good. So a mini run here by the Generals. They're only down by 6. 2 minutes left in the first. Hernandez at the post against Natividad. Fadeaway shot. In and out. Rebound by Taguig. And now the Generals are on the attack. Under 2 minutes left in the first. Santos inside. No good on that layup. Rebound by Pascual. Pascual to Serrano. Serrano against Natividad. Using his shoulder, offensive foul. Enjo Serrano showing his displeasure on that call as he watched the replay. And Serrano using his shoulder. Referee Rolando Francisco saying that it's an offensive foul. Meanwhile, we will be taking a break with the Delta up by 6. Dan Natividad has been an emerging threat for the Generals, and in game number 1 he showed it, scoring a season high 20 points against the Pampanga Delta, but in a losing effort. Look at the numbers of Dan Natividad: 6 of 16 from the field, 3 assists, but again in a losing effort. Back to the ball game with the Generals making a run here. They're only down by 6 points. Caduada, too strong on that 3-point attempt. And the ball goes to the Delta. Seven to nothing run for the Taguig Generals, and Pampanga looking to stop that. Hernandez at the left side against Hernandez. Pass to Ganya. Ganya against Sampurna. Serrano now inside. Short pass and a turnover. Serrano trying to dish that ball to Al Yanko inside, but it's a turnover. Nearing the 1-minute mark of the first with the Generals down by 6. Sampurna at the left side. Pass to Natividad. Santos to Caduada. Sampurna open at the corner for 3. And now the Generals are only down by 3 points. 45 seconds in the first, and a steal by Caduada. Caduada for 2. And now it's just a 1-point game. A big run here by the Generals, a 12-0 run by Taguig, and a steal by Taguig. Sampurna. Sampurna with the reverse. Santos offensive rebound. He scores in a foul. Excellent effort by the Generals, and now all of a sudden they're on top. Foul is on Daryl Pascual as he watched this replay. Mike Sampurna wide open at the corner, and then Caduada after a steal on Encho Serrano, and then here's the 3-point play opportunity by Noel Santos picking up the miss, and all of a sudden Taguig up by a point. Noel Santos. Santos at the line. He makes the free throw. Santos now with 5 points as the Generals are now up by 2 points. David against Sampurna. Lianco. Hand up to Santos. Caduada the defender. Santos inside. Santos, no. Rebound by David, and David, he misses the putback. 5 seconds left. Santos being pressured. Natividad. 1 second left. Natividad. And that won't count. So after 12 minutes of play, what a run by the Taguig Generals. As we watch this play by Garcia, who led the early attack by the Delta, but LJ Mayo and the rest of the Generals are back in the game with a big run ending the first quarter. Mike Sampurna scoring in that big run by the Generals to end the first quarter. The Delta down by 2 points. Second quarter when we return. Back here on Solar Sports, as we see the numbers of the Generals during their elimination round. And look at the last graphic there, that 6.8 blocks per game. That is tied for most in the league. So the Generals showing defense during the elimination round. And they're also showing it here late in the first, as their defense allowed the Generals to take this lead after silencing the offense of Pampanga. The Generals right now on a 15-0 run, and now the Generals now on the attack. Natividad for two! Natividad using his speed to his advantage, and now it's a 4-point game. And now Dyke, no good on the shot. And we have a foul. As we watch this move by Dan Natividad, out-sprinting Jason David on that play. What a play there by Dan Natividad. And 2 free throws now for Mark Dyke. We are early in the second quarter with the Generals up by 4 points. And a miss by Dyke. So the Pampanga Delta continue to miss. This time now at the line. And Dyke makes the second free throw. The Delta down by 3. We have Sampurna at the left side. Sampurna against Hernandez. To Santos. Hand up to Sampurna. Sampurna inside. Pass to Santos for two. Nice pass by Mike Sampurna to Noel Santos for another basket. Hernandez against Natividad. Screen by Young. Hernandez almost deflected by Natividad. Santos with 9 on the shot clock. We have an offensive foul. Levi Hernandez called for that whistle. Our swabbing assist is brought to you by Chooks to Go. 100% zero antibiotics, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Mike Sampurna with that excellent assist to Noel Santos. And a 5-point lead now for the Generals. Subrabas for 3! Another basket for Taguig. It's now an 8-point lead for Taguig. Outside shots connecting for Harvey Subrabas. That is actually his first point or his first field goal against Pampanga this season. 3-point shot by Hernandez, way off. And it's Taguig ball. So another turnover here for Pampanga. Levi Hernandez takes a rest as we watch this 3-point shot by Harvey Subrabas. That's his first field goal, as I mentioned, against Pampanga this season. He has been scoreless in their last 2 games against the Delta. A miss by Oliveria. Offensive rebound by Taguig. Pass to Oliveria and a block by Ganya. Rebound by Pampanga. Santos on the left side. Santos drive inside. And another turnover for Pampanga. And now LJ Mayo back in the game. And now it's the Generals with the basketball. The Delta have only scored a point in this quarter. Mayo to Natividad. Jumper by Natividad. Good! Another basket for Taguig, who are now up by 11 points. Or I'm sorry, 10 points. The Generals up by 10, 33-23. David against Sampurna. David, handoff to Ganya. 8 on the 24. A 3-point shot. In and out. Offensive rebound by Young, but he steps out of bounds. Another empty play for Pampanga. 9 minutes left in the second quarter. They go to Natividad. Jumper. It's good. Another basket for Taguig. 35-23. Meanwhile, Young with the reverse. Finally, a field goal for Pampanga in this quarter. Mayo to Sampurna. Sampurna inside. Over Dyke, no good. Rebound by Ganya. And we have a foul, a loose ball foul on the Generals. Foul is on Sampurna as you watch the replay. And this is the friendly bounce by Taguig. And on the other end, Ranzel Young with the reverse for Pampanga's first field goal of the second. Meanwhile, Binuya. And there's a foul. RB Subrabas pressuring Raymond Binuya on that play. And now Katuada returns to the game for Taguig. Scoring this quarter, 11 for the Generals. Only 3 for the Delta. Young attacks. He scores. And now the lead is down to 8 points. Caduada to Castro. Castro at the corner. Castro to Subrabas. Bounce pass to Caduada. 7 on the 24. And Subrabas hits another 3. Army Subrabas, 6 points in the game. 11-point lead for Taguig. Ganya against Castro. Screen by Young. Ganya long 2. It's good. Oh, that's a 3-point shot by CJ Ganya. So now the Delta up by 8 points. Meanwhile, Mayo with a stretch layup. Quick answer for Taguig. Ganya against Caduada. To Young. Pass to David. David at the key against Castro. He attacks. He misses. Rebound by Mayo. Subrabas with the ball against Binuya. Subrabas looking for a teammate. Bounce pass to Mayo. Back to Subrabas. Subrabas inside. And the ball sails out of bounds. Ball stays with the Generals. 6 minutes and 54 seconds left in the second quarter. 40-30 in favor of the Generals. This is game number 2 of the Choose to Go NBL Chairman's Cup 2021 semifinal round, with the Delta looking to sweep the Generals. But the Generals now in front. We have a timeout. Ang Chooks to Go NBL Chairman's Cup ay hatid sa inyo ng Chooks to Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan, garantisadong zero antibiotics. Back here live at the Brenzy Giao Convention Center. This is game 2 of the Chooks to Go NBL Chairman's Cup semifinals. The Generals up by 11 points after a huge run by the Generals. Meanwhile, Mayo with a jumper. Now, the attack continues for Taguig. Dyke to Tamayo, to Ganya for 3. 3-point shot by CJ Ganya. But it's still a big lead for Taguig. 3-point shooting, 4 of 11 for Taguig, 2 of 8 for the Delta. And a turnover for Taguig. Tamayo. Tuganya against Castro. Serrano now against Caduada. 10 on the 24. Tamayo firing a 3-point shot. Too strong. Serrano offensive rebound. Serrano no good. Dyke offensive rebound. And a steal by Taguig. Subrabas. Pass to Castro. Back to Subrabas. And Subrabas calls for a timeout. And the request is granted. Generals up by 10 points with 5 minutes and 42 seconds left in the second. Back here on Solar Sports, as you watch this replay here, this was the 3-pointer by CJ Ganya, but obviously it was just a long 2-pointer. So because of that, our score is 42-32, but the Generals still up by 10 points, 5 minutes and 42 seconds left in the second quarter, and I believe there's another timeout here requested. So we'll take a break and come back shortly. Back to game number 2 of the Chooks to Go NBL Chairman's Cup 2021 Semifinals. We have the Generals up by 10 points, 42-32, under 6 minutes left in the second quarter. I'm Ruben Terrado. We are live here at the Brenzy Giao Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga, and we thank you, our viewers, for watching this one on Solar Sports and on the NBL Facebook and YouTube channel. Meanwhile, a miss by Pampanga. And Castro now on the attack. Castro blocked by Ganya. Ball stays with Taguig. Again, if you've just joined us, as you watch this replay first, this defensive play by CJ Ganya. Look at that block by Ganya. Another look at this block, this rejection by CJ Ganya. And again, if you've just joined us, earlier Pampanga was up 22-9, but a huge run by Taguig, allowing them to take this 10-point lead midway in the second quarter. Subrabas, short on the 3, rebound by Encho Serrano. Serrano with the ball, pass to Tamayo. Tamayo now back with the Delta. As you see the rebounding numbers, even for both teams with 19. Steal by Mayo here, another turnover for the Delta. They go outside, Castro for 3. Fidel Castro hits that 3-point shot, 13-point lead for the Generals. Meanwhile, Young, no. Another try for Young. Young double team. They swing the ball around, Ganya, short, rebound by Natividad. Natividad on the run. Natividad attacks inside. Spin move by Natividad, and we have a foul. Foul is on Mark Tamayo. As you watch this 3-point shot by Fidel Castro. That's his first 3 of the game after missing 4 field goal attempts. And now we have Natividad at the line. He makes the first. 11 points now for Dan Natividad. 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in the second. Harvey Subrabas now on the bench. Quality minutes for Harvey Subrabas. And now Natividad missing the free throw. 14-point lead for the Taguig Generals, who are out to extend the series to a deciding game number 3 next week. Young against Mayo. Young, what a move, but he misses. Rebound by Taguig. Sampurna against Garcia. Sampurna at the corner. And a steal by Encho Serrano, but he loses it. Natividad, bounce pass, all alone is Jonats Lontok for 2. 16-point lead for the Generals. Dyke fires a 3-point shot. No good. Rebound by Sampurna. Another miss from beyond the arc for the Delta. Here comes Taguig. Castro at the corner for 3. Another 3-point shot for Fidel Castro. 6 points for Castro. And now it's a 19-point game. Serrano. And we have a foul. Natividad called for the foul. As you watch this pass to Jonas Lontok all alone inside. And Fidel Castro burying that corner 3. 19-point lead for the Generals. This is the biggest lead of the series as we see Encho Serrano at the line. And a miss by Serrano. And now Noel Santos in the game for the Generals. Santos had quality minutes in his first stint in the game. Santos with 7 points and 4 rebounds. Serrano makes the free throw. But the Delta still down by 18 points, nearing the 3-minute mark of the second. Santos. Santos with the ball. Bounce pass to Natividad. Natividad attacks. And ball knocked out by Mark Dyke. Ball will stay with the Generals. Santos to Sampurna. Outside. Lontok. Long 2. It's good. 20-point lead for the Generals. Serrano drives outside to Garcia. To Ganya. On top of the circle for 3. CJ Ganya converting on the 3-point shot. Ganya has 8 points in the game. And now Santos being bothered by Young. Handoff to Natividad. Against Serrano. Natividad. Open lane. Handoff to Santos for 2. Excellent assist by Dan Natividad on that play. 19-point lead for the Generals. 2 minutes left in the second. Garcia to Young against Santos. Young outside to Dyke. Over Lontok. No good on the 3. And battle for that loose ball. Picked up by Natividad. Natividad on the run. Over Ganya for 2. Natividad scoring the layup over the high flyer. CJ Ganya. 21-point lead for Taguig. Meanwhile, referees will take a look. We saw second motion on that play, but let's see the replay later on. Serrano down on the floor. As you watch the play here, Serrano will drive against Santos. And I think we will see a second motion here. I'm not sure. Our referees will be the judge as you watch it again. I think there was an elbow. But the question now is, was that intentional? So that's what our referees are judging right now. And now Serrano is up.
Blocking foul number 22, Luis Santos. That's his first foul. And that is a 15 foul for the Generals.
So only a foul on Noel Santos. So no second motion on that play. Serrano was actually hit in the face after the contact, after the foul on Noel Santos. Meanwhile, Ganya to Serrano. Serrano inside, losing the ball. Natividad with the ball now over Ganya once more, and Natividad scores. 23-point lead for Taguig. Serrano against Natividad. Serrano. Yong. Yong against Santos. Yong over Santos, no good. Dyke, offensive rebound. Yong tries it again and he's blocked, but we have a foul. Under a minute left in the second. Ansel Yong earning a trip to the line. Jonas Lonto called for the foul as he watched this play by Dan Natividad over CJ Ganya. And Natividad with that look. And now Yong at the line. 8 points for Ranzel Yong, 6 rebounds. And Yong makes the first. In game number 1, he had his third double-double of the season after notching 20 points and 14 rebounds yesterday. Yong hits that free throw. 10 points for Ranzel Yong. 21-point lead for the Generals. Under a minute left. Santos against Yong. Handoff to Natividad. Bounce pass inside to Lontok against Dyke. 7 on the shot clock. Lontok turns against Dyke. And Dyke knocks the ball out. Serrano outside. Ganya over Tansioko. And he will shoot 3 free throws. Foul is on Coco Tansioko. First foul. And Ganya will shoot 3 as we watch this foul by Tansioko. And Tansioko got Ganya's hand on that play. And now Ganya will shoot 3 free throws. Ganya makes the first. Ganya now has 9 in the game. Ganya had 12 points yesterday, including 3 of 7 from threes. Ganya makes the second free throw. CJ Ganya, a product of Don Honorio Ventura State University in Bacolor, Pampanga. And Ganya 3 for 3 at the line. While the Generals requesting a timeout with 30.6 seconds left in the second. Back here on Solar Sports, a look at their elimination round contest between the Delta and the Generals, where the Delta showed dominance in that November 6 game. 108-88 was the final score. A 20-point victory. Look at the numbers. Points in the paint, bench points, all for the Delta. 14 three-pointers in that elimination round game. But for today, it's Taguig who is making a domination here 18-point lead with 30 seconds left in the second. Again, the Delta down here. Again, they're eyeing to sweep the semifinal series and make a return trip to the finals. Of course, in Season 3, last year, the Delta won it all when they beat the La Union Power 3-1 in their best-of-5 final series right here at the Brenzigya Convention Center. That was last October of 2020 when we had a bubble here. Down to the final seconds of the second. Lontok against Dyke, handoff to Sampurna. And a wild pass recovered by Sampurna. And we have a traveling violation. 8.1 seconds left in the second. Last chance here for the Delta. Again, early on, the Delta up 22-9. If you've just joined us in the first quarter, the Pampanga Delta up 22-9. But Taguig came storming back and led by as many as 23 points in this game. As we have a break in the action, our crew chief, Mr. Cornel Tumol, so we have a technical foul on one of the members of the coaching staff of the Pampanga Delta. And Shoko now at the line for the technical free throw. As Tanshoko hits the first free throw. That is the technical free throw and now the Generals up 60-41. Last shot time for the Delta here. Serrano inside. Serrano handoff to Young. He scores and a foul. Nice drop pass by Encho Serrano, finding Ranzel Young for two. And a chance for a three-point play. Look at this pass. Nice passing by Encho Serrano. And meanwhile, before Young takes that free throw, we have a timeout. Back with the final 2.2 seconds left of the second quarter. We have Ranzel Young shooting a free throw here. A three-point play opportunity. But the Delta still down big. The Generals with a 60-43 lead. Thanks to a big run by the Generals. Dan Natividad leading the way for the Generals with 15 points in the game. Meanwhile, Young completes the three-point play. Final seconds. And we have a foul called on Pampanga. But they will review this one. Although Pampanga not in penalty here. But they will still review this one. Let's watch this. Natividad and a bump by Garcia. With time winding down. Our referees are conferring after that play. Again, the Generals eyeing to force a Game 3 next week. A foul is called on MJ Garcia. So I think we will have one more possession here. We have 0.5 left in the second quarter. So one last play here for Taguig. why some confusion here on the court. We will have 0.5 on the clock after they sort things out. Still a chance here, a catch and shoot for the Generals. This is still possible. They can still come up with a catch and shoot situation here. So let's see what will happen here. Our table officials adjusting the clock. And again, in this semi-final series, every possession is important. So Taguig can still pull off an offensive play here. Santos the inbounder. And that ends the second quarter. So at halftime, the Taguig Generals with the lead 60-44. Halftime stats and more when we return.
Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. 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 Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan.
Halftime here at the Brenzy Giao Convention Center. We are in game number 2 of our Chooks to Go NBL Chairman's Cup 2021 between Taguig and Pampanga. But before we discuss the first half of game number 2, we have Miss Rose Montreal, our Executive Vice President of the NBL as well as the WNBL. I think, Ma'am Rose, meron po tayong announcement with regards to the WNBL Finals. And I think the floor is yours, ma'am. Go ahead with your announcement.
Thank you, Ruben. First of all, I would like to thank our supporters for both NBL and WNBL. I really hate to be the messenger of the not so good news today, but the NBL board, the NBL Pilipinas board has decided to inform everyone that the Glutogen's Glow Boosters participation in WNBL Pilipinas shall be ceased effective immediately. After a long and careful deliberation, the league has laid the decision due to the owner and head coach, Mr. Justin Tan's inability to comply with the requirements asked of the Glow Boosters. WNBL Pilipinas has exhausted all means for Mr. Tan and the Glow Boosters to retain their participation in the league. Among these are the numerous extensions of deadlines to settle the franchise fee. The league has maintained good faith in the negotiation process, but Mr. Tan was unable to comply on his end. We sympathize with the hardworking players, staff, and other key Glow Boosters personnel who have given their tremendous efforts to this campaign. As such, the Pia Cayetano WNBL Season 2021 Finals will now be between the Taguig Lady Generals and the Parañaque Lady Aces. WNBL Pilipinas would like to thank its passionate fans for their very kind understanding. The NBL Board.
Thank you, Miss Rose Montreal, for that update. But before we go, Miss Rose, yesterday nagkaroon po tayo ng WNBL 3x3 draw. No? So baka po may update po tayo with regards to the tournament. Tell us more about some exciting news for women bowlers, Ma'am Rose.
Ruben, like what I said yesterday, the WNBL 5-on-5 and 3x3 are both a realization of a dream and a promise fulfilled way back in 2015. And now we're very ready to launch our own WNBL 3x3. Watch for the 10 teams who will vie for the first season of the WNBL 3x3 Professional League on December 4 and 5 during the finals 1 and 2 of the WNBL final series. Thank you very much.
Look at Pool A and Pool B. Again, 10 teams in the WNBL 3x3. And Ma'am Rose, siguro final message na lang to our female bowlers once again who are looking forward to these leagues na paparating. Ma'am Rose, the floor is yours once more.
Yeah, Ruben, again, I would like to invite everyone to keep supporting WNBL 5-on-5. 3x3, we're relaunching 1v1. And in the first quarter of 2022, we'll be launching our own WNBL D League. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Miss Rose Montreal, our Executive Vice President of the WNBL as well as the NBL. We'll take a short break and come back in a moment. Halftime here at the Brenzy Giao Convention Center. The Generals with a 60-44 lead over the Delta here in game number 2 of the Chooks to Go NBL Chairman's Cup 2021 semi-final round. A look at the stats. In the first half, we have the Generals with a 54% shooting from the field, only 34 for the Delta. 20-10 advantage in assist, 34 bench points for Taguig, and 19 fast break points for the Generals. Dan Natividad leading all scorers with 15, Ranzel Young with 13 for the Pampanga Delta. We are now in the third quarter of Game 2 of the Chooks to Go NBL Chairman's Cup 2021. I'm Ruben Terrado on the call here live at the Brenzy Giao Convention Center. Again, if you just joined us, the Generals with the lead after a big comeback. They were down 22-9 in the first quarter before storming back to take a 24-22 lead in the first quarter. Meanwhile, a miss there by Young. And now Young with the ball. Young still with the basketball. Battle for that loose ball. And I think we have a foul. Bodies everywhere in that baseline. And now our referee stepping in to control the situation. But we saw one of our referees with a call as we watch the battle for this loose ball. Mayo with the ball, and then David lands on Mayo. And then our referee stepping in. So the foul is on Jason David. So that's the first team foul of the Delta. And again, the game starting to be chippy here. And we are just early in the third. And again, a crucial game here for the Generals. One loss and they're out. Subrabas now with the ball against Santos. Mayo against Young. Mayo drives. Looking for a teammate. Subrabas now at the key. They go to Mayo. Long two is good. An excellent start for the Generals. LJ Mayo with the long two. 18-point lead for Taguig. But the question now is, can Taguig sustain this lead? Remember, in Game 1, Taguig led by as many as 17 points. But lost that one in the third quarter after a big push in the third by the Delta in Game 1. So let's see if the Delta can duplicate that here in Game 2 as we see Jason David at the line for 2 shots. David missing the first. 9 points for Jason David. David missing the second. 1 minute gone by in the third. The Generals up by 18 points. Lontok to Sabrabas. Tansyoko now against David. High post. Lontok against Mark Dyke. 9 on the 24. Lontok still with the ball. Pass to Subrabas against Santos. 5 on the shot clock. Subrabas bounce pass to Lontok. Lontok fakes. Inside pass. Castro with the reverse for 2. At the buzzer. Taguig very patient on offense, leading to that reverse by Fidel Castro. 20-point lead for the Pampanga Delta. I'm sorry, that should be 20-point lead for the Taguig Generals. Meanwhile, we have a whistle. Ito ang malupit na chibog of the game ni Fidel Castro. Natin sa inyo ng Chooks to Go, ang nag-isang manok ng bayan. Another look at that reverse layup by Fidel Castro. Castro with 9 points in the game. Meanwhile, we have a whistle on the play. As we watch this play here, David with a drive. And a foul was called on that play, and the referees taking a look at the video. So I think they are looking at a possible flagrant foul penalty 1. Let's take another look. David with a drive. And then, all of a sudden, David on the floor. Ten minutes and 17 seconds left in the third. Let's hear the official call as we watch this again.
14 seconds.
I think there's no foul on that play. So play continues. Hernandez turns against Tansioko. Hernandez scores. Levy Hernandez, that's his first 2 points of the game. So Levy Hernandez struggling in this game. 0 for 4 in the field before that conversion. Again, keep in mind, Levy Hernandez at 24 points in game number 1. So let's see if this will be the start for Levy Hernandez. Meanwhile, we have Castro. Pass to Lontok. Jumper over Dyke for 2. 20-point lead for the Generals. 9 minutes and 38 seconds left in the third. Hernandez against Tansioko. Hernandez losing the ball and turns the ball over. Levy Hernandez with that turnover. And Taguig looking to extend the lead once again. Taguig led by as many as 23 points in this ball game against the Delta team who have only lost once in the elimination round. That was against Bulacan, only by 2 points of that game winner by Ernest Reyes. Turnover story, the Delta with 17-10 for Taguig. So that has been a big reason why the Generals are up, because of that 17 turnovers by the Pampanga Delta. A miss by David, rebound by Mayo. And a steal by David. And Young with a 2-pointer, easy 2 for Ransel Young. And now full court press for the Delta. Tansioko with the ball, bounce pass to Lontok, inside. And we have a foul. Game starting to get physical. And a foul on Levy Hernandez as we watch this play. Lontok earning a trip to the line. Another look at this foul by Levy Hernandez. 2 free throws for Jonas Lontok. Lontok with 6 points. First trip to the line, he misses. Dan Natividad now in the game. As Lontok now back at the free throw line. He only had 4 points in game 1, so this is already a marked improvement for Lontok, but he misses the second free throw. David with the rebound, and we have a foul. Foul is on LJ Mayo. Third foul on LJ Mayo. So Mayo now in foul trouble. He now has 3 fouls. Santos inside. Drop-off pass. Dyke for 2. And now the Delta starting to make a run here. And now a full court press for Pampanga. Natividad in trouble. Bounce pass to Subrabas. No look pass to Mayo. And they will set a play. Natividad. Lontok with a screen. Natividad. Another screen by Mayo. 6 on the 24. Natividad. Drives inside. Outside. Mayo open at the line. Goal! LJ Mayo with that open basket. Dan Natividad finding the open man. 18-point lead for Taguig. Santos to Levy Hernandez. Hernandez only with 2 in the game. And a miss by Levy Hernandez. Subrabas to Natividad. Mayo at the left side against Young. Lontok at the post. 8 on the 24. Castro. Pass to Lontok. 5 on the shot clock. Lontok over Dyke. No good. Rebound by Yong. Yong with another board. Yong has 9 rebounds in the game. David against Natividad. David, drop off pass to Dyke. And Castro, no choice but to foul Mark Dyke. Foul is on Fidel Castro. As you watch this nice pass by Jeffrey Santos to Mark Dyke. But Taguig with an answer. LJ Mayo with a conversion. 18-point lead for the Generals. Foul is on Fidel. Dyke now at the line. 3 points and 5 rebounds for Mark Dyke. And he makes the first. Again, Dyke had a double-double in game 1. 21 points and 12 rebounds. Army Subrabas now taking a rest for Taguig. And Dyke makes the second. Full court press once again for the Pampanga Delta. Caduada to Mayo. And they crosses the timeline. Caduada against Yong. Crossover move by Caduada. Hand off to Fidel Castro. To Mayo. Mayo to Natividad with 7 on the shot clock. Natividad. Mayo with the screen. Natividad against Santos. 2 seconds left. Pull-up jumper. No good. And the rebound knocked away by Hernandez. Ball will stay with the Generals. Levi Hernandez, the struggles continue for him. 1 of 6 from the field for Levi Hernandez. A miss by Castro. Offensive rebound. Almost an offensive rebound by Mayo. Ball will go to Pampanga. Under 7 minutes left in the third. And ball knocked out. And ball will stay with Pampanga. Santos with the ball. Santos against Caduada. Bounce pass to Yong against Mayo. Yong attacks all alone for 2. And now this is only a 14-point lead. Meanwhile, we have a foul on Pampanga. So after a 66-46 lead, Taguig only up by 14, 68-54. Now full court press once again for the Delta. Caduada against David. Caduada crosses the timeline. Natividad against Santos. Oliveria with the screen. Natividad attacks. Spin move by Natividad. Using the right hand, no good. Rebound by Santos. And now David over Mayo. And David will shoot 2 free throws once again. So another opportunity for the Delta to cut the Generals' lead. As Jason David will shoot 2 free throws. David, 5 of 8 from the line. 9 points for Jason David. But he misses the first. Sanchoco and Santos in the game for Taguig. And a conversion there by David. The lead is down to 13. And this was the problem of the Generals in game 1. Taguig unable to protect a lead and another turnover for Taguig. Another wasted chance for the Generals. They're only up by 13. David against Natividad. Pass to Yong. Yong thinking 3. Pass to Hernandez. Hernandez inside. Scoop shot. No good. Dyke with a putback. 7-0 run for Pampanga. And now the lead is down to 11 and we have a foul on the Delta. Foul is on Jeffrey Santos. At selyado ang ilalim kay Mark Dyke, ang ating rebounder ng Bayan. Nahatid sa inyo ng Chooks to Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng Bayan. Now, Taguig requesting for a timeout. A look at Ranzel Young, who has been contributing here in Game 2. Again, in Game 1, he had a double-double, but right now, he's on pace for another double-double. 17 points, 9 rebounds for Ranzel Young, and leading this Delta comeback here in this third quarter. Again, the Delta only down by 11 points, thanks to 7 unanswered points. And now Natividad with the ball. The layup no good. Rebound by Hernandez. And a chance to cut the deficit to single digit. Hernandez against Tansyoko. Hernandez inside. Hernandez for 2. Now the lead is down to 9. Hernandez with 4 points. And then full court press once again by the Pampanga Delta, but we have a foul. Foul on Hernandez. Pampanga in penalty as you watch this layup by Levi Hernandez. That is only Hernandez's second field goal of the game. Caduada at the line, 2 free throws. He misses the first. So again, Pampanga now down by 9. Taguig hasn't scored since they were up 68 to 50. Caduada hits the free throw. Back to a 10-point lead. 5 minutes and 17 seconds left in the third. Garcia against Caduada to Hernandez. Hernandez driving inside. Hernandez. No foul call. Dyke inside. And he will shoot 2 free throws. Mark Dyke getting the Hernandez miss. And now Dyke will shoot 2 free throws. Dyke, 3 of 4 from the foul line. He has 7 points in the game. And Dyke makes the first. A look at the Pampanga bench. As Dyke about to take his second free throw. Dyke played college with LaSalle. A miss by Dyke. Rebound by Santos. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Santos still at the backcourt. 8-second shot violation there for Taguig. And again, Taguig has yet to resolve the full court press of Pampanga in this quarter. Garcia now with the ball. Being bothered by Caduada. Young. In and out. A miss there by Ranzel Young from behind the arc. Under 5 minutes left in the third. Natividad against Hernandez. Natividad, pass to Santos, open lane, double team. 7 on the 24, Natividad against Hernandez. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Ball is loose. Knocked away, Dyke, and now Hernandez all alone for 2. Hernandez in transition. And now, Pampanga on an attack here as you watch this fast break play by Levi Hernandez. Hernandez with 6 points in the game. We have a timeout. look at the playoff bracket with the Pampanga Delta holding a 1-0 lead in the best of 3 semifinals. In the other pairing, the La Union Power with a 1-0 lead against Muntinlupa. And a look at the WNBL, and as mentioned by our EVP, Ms. Rose Montreal, the Lady Aces and the Lady Generals colliding in the WNBL finals. So watch out for that. Caduada now with the ball at the left side against Hernandez. Can Taguig respond here? They're only down by 7, or they're only up by 7. Spin move by Sampurna, but he misses. Sorry, missed there by Mike Sampurna. Hernandez losing the ball, but he recovers. Outside, Ganya fires a 3. In and out. Natividad with the rebound. Lucky break there for the Taguig Generals. Natividad inside, and he draws a foul. 3 minutes and 42 seconds left in the third. Foul on Franzel Young, the Pampanga Delta in penalty. So 2 free throws for Dan Natividad. Pampanga now requesting for a 30-second timeout. Back here in game number 2 of the Chukstogo NBL Chairman's Cup semifinals between the Taguig Generals and the Pampanga Delta. The Generals up by 7, but they led by as many as 23 in the game. And now Natividad will shoot 2 free throws for the Generals. And Natividad makes the first. Coach Bing Victoria on your screens. Natividad. As we see Harvey Sobrabas, Natividad played for Iris during in 2016 to 2021. He makes the free throw. 9-point lead for the Generals. A look at the third quarter scoring. The Delta with 18, the Generals with 11. Again, the Generals were up by as many as 23 in this game. Meanwhile, Garcia will head to the line for 2 after that foul on J. Ariasa. Second foul on J. Ariasa. And now, MJ Garcia shooting 2 free throws. And Garcia makes the first. Garcia played college ball with Systems plus College Foundation, as well as in Holy Angel University. That was when he was in high school. Meanwhile, an 8-point game. We have the Delta trailing. They have the ball back. 3 minutes and 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Hernandez. Oh, what a swipe there by Dan Natividad. Natividad against Young. Natividad in the paint. Outside to Sampurna. Sampurna at the right side against Levi Hernandez. Sampurna now with a drive. Outside. Subrabas at the corner. For 3. Subrabas at the corner. 11-point lead for the Generals. Ganya to Garcia. Fires his own 3. Too strong. Rebound by Natividad. Natividad on the run. Crossover move. Using the right hand. No good. Rebound by Levi Hernandez. Hernandez on the attack. Hernandez deflected by Sampurna. Sampurna now defending Hernandez, and we have a foul. Foul on Sampurna. As we watch this assist by Mike Sampurna, to Harvey Sobrabas, who converted on that three-pointer. Levy Hernandez now at the line. Again, Levy Hernandez only 6 points, 3 of 10 from the field. Hernandez makes the first. Ronan Santos now in the game for the Delta. Ronan Santos only saw action for a minute in game number 1. Hernandez at the line. He misses. Rebound by Taguig. 10-point lead for the Generals. Sampurna inside. Sampurna. He will shoot 2 free throws. Foul is on Levy Hernandez. 4th foul on Levy Hernandez. So bad news for the Pampanga Delta. Their leading scorer, Levy Hernandez, in foul trouble. And now Sampurna at the line. He makes the first. Sampurna with 7 points in the game. He also has 5 assists. Sampurna already matching his assist total in game 1, where he also had 5. And Sampurna makes the free throw. 12-point lead for the Generals. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in the third. Garcia with the ball against Sobrabas. Lianco being pressured by Santos. Back to Garcia. Ganya to Hernandez against Natividad. Hernandez fade away. Looks like it was deflected by Noel Santos. And now Taguig on the run. Sampurna inside. Hand off to Santos. And Santos will shoot 2 free throws. Noel Santos heads back to the line. Foul on Lianco. And Noel Santos will shoot 2 free throws once again. Santos with 9 points and 6 rebounds in the game. And again, Taguig looking to stave off elimination. They are down 1-0 in this best of 3 semifinals against the Delta, as we see Encho Serrano in the game replacing Levy Hernandez. Jason David again back in the game replacing CJ Ganya. Free throw numbers 21 of 30 for the Delta, and the Generals only missing 4 free throws in this game. 14-point lead for the Generals, under 2 minutes left in the third. Garcia against Sobrabas to Serrano. Lianco with the screen. Serrano against Santos. And the ball is turned by Taguig. Turnover by Pampanga. Sampurna to Santos. Santos. He loses the ball. And Santos now being double teamed. And Santos requests for a timeout. So after a turnover, Santos requesting for a timeout. We'll take a break. This is game number 2 of your Chooks to Go NBL Chairman's Cup semi-final round between the Pampanga Delta and the Taguig Generals. The Delta eyeing for a sweep of this best of 3 semi-finals, but so far the Generals are up 78-64. Of course, the Generals looking to equalize and send this series to a game 3 next week. Meanwhile, Pampanga with the ball. Santos with the reverse. But he will shoot 2 free throws. Santos, that's Noel Santos with a foul. Ronan Santos now at the line for 2 free throws. Ronan Santos missing the first. Santos, like I mentioned, only played for a minute in game 1. Missed by Santos, but the rebound by Pampanga, and Serrano with a putback. Down to a 12-point lead. Subrabas against David to Santos. Noel Santos fakes a pass. Santos inside, almost losing the ball. Yasa recovers. They go to Natividad against Garcia. Crossover move by Natividad. 7 on the shot clock. Natividad double team. Pass to Santos. Santos outside. Subrabas throws up a 3-point shot. Too short. Rebound by Lianco. Defensive stop for the Pampanga Delta. David to Serrano. Serrano attacks inside. Serrano, he's blocked by Natividad. And now Natividad on the break against David. Natividad fakes. Outside. Subrabas fakes. And now Subrabas waits for his teammates. 17 seconds left in the game clock. 5-second differential between the clocks. Subrabas or Sampurna to Santos. 4 on the shot clock. Sampurna against Serrano, short. 4 seconds left. Garcia on the run. Throws it up. It's good at the buzzer. MJ Garcia using the glass for the 3-point shot. The referees will take a look. But looks like he got it off in time. Let's watch it again. MJ Garcia throws this sprayer. And looks like that will count. Still time on the clock. Another look. And that will count. So MJ Garcia with a 3-pointer. A buzzer beating 3. And now we have a ball game. The Generals still up 4th quarter when we return. A look at the cell phones, the mobile phones of the Pampanga Delta, as well as the Taguig Generals, and they are being collected by the league to ensure the integrity of each games here in the NBL as well as in the WNBL. Back to this game with the Generals up by 9 thanks to that desperate 3-point shot by MJ Garcia to beat the buzzer. A huge 3 by MJ Garcia. Generals with the ball. And now some pressure defense once again by the Pampanga Delta. Taguig crosses the timeline with Natividad with the ball. Pass to Mayo. Hand off to Natividad. Ball knocked out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Generals. Mayo now with the ball for Taguig. Deflected away. Ball will stay with Taguig. And again, if you just watch us today, the Delta up in this series 1-0. This is a best-of-3 semifinals affair. If Taguig loses this one, Pampanga will advance for a return trip to the NBL Finals. Remember, Pampanga was the winner of Season 3 last year when the league held a bubble here in the Brenzi Giao Convention Center last year. Meanwhile, we have a foul on Serrano. foul on Encho Serrano. Again, Taguig looking to extend the series to a game 3. That will happen next week. And if you missed game 1, Taguig lost despite holding a 17-point lead in the contest. They lost that big lead and Pampanga went on to win game 1, 108-102. Meanwhile, a miss by Taguig. And now, the Delta on the attack. Garcia inside. Garcia with the layup. Lead is down to 7 points. How will Taguig answer here? Mayo against Young. 1 minute gone by in the fourth quarter. Castro now in the game. Castro to Lontok. Hand off to Castro. Castro long to over. Young short. And rebound by Jason David. And we have a jump. Lontok not giving up on the play. Forcing a jump ball. James Caduada returns to the match for Taguig as we watch this battle for the ball. David had the rebound but Lontok trying to steal the ball away from Jason David. And David won the top. This is only a 7-point lead. Taguig led by as many as 23. And we have a whistle. We have a foul on the Generals. Foul is on Sobrabas. Fourth foul on Harvey Sobrabas. The Delta now with the ball. Garcia to Serrano, open at the left side for 3. And now the lead is down to 4. Encho Serrano with a 3-point shot. He has 14 points. And now the pressure is on Mayo, and we have a foul. Foul is on Ranzel Young. Holding foul as we watch this open 3 by Encho Serrano. Nice screen there by Mark Dyke. Serrano on your screens. Cutting this lead to just 4. Lontok now, still on the backcourt. Sobrabas against Serrano. And we have a reach-in foul on Encho Serrano. Foul on Encho Serrano. Third foul on Encho Serrano. The coaching staff of Pampanga disagrees with that call. Two minutes gone by in this ball game. Game number 2 of the Chooks to Go NBL Chairman's Cup semifinal round. The Pampanga Delta with a 1-0 lead in this best of 3 semifinals. Lontok to Caduada. Taguig still scoreless in this quarter. Mayo against Young. Mayo attacks. Mayo over. Young scores. First 2 points of Taguig in the fourth. 6-point lead for the Generals. Serrano outside to David. They go to Garcia for 3. It's just a 3-point game. MJ Garcia hits that 3. He now has 11 points. Now Caduada crosses the timeline. Lontok now at the post. Generals only down or up by 3. And we have a foul. Foul is on Mark Dyke as he watched this shot by Mayo over Ranzel Young for 2. But a quick response. MJ Garcia drills a 3. And now it's just a 3-point game. Lontok against Dyke. Jumper by Lontok. Too strong. Ball off David. Ball will stay with the Generals with 5 on the shot clock. Caduada the inbounder. Again, 5 on the shot clock. Oh, a steal by David. And now Dyke. 2-on-1 break. Garcia attacks. Garcia scores. And a foul. And now a chance for MJ Garcia to to tie this game as he will head to the line for the bonus free throw. Let's watch this shot by MJ Garcia. Harvey Sobrabas with a foul. And Garcia elated at that basket. And now the lead is down to 1 and a chance for MJ Garcia to tie this game. Garcia with 13 points. And a lane violation. Another chance to tie the game. MJ Garcia with crucial baskets in the fourth. Garcia ties the game. We are back to square one. 80 all. 9 minutes and 10 seconds left in the ball game. Pressure by Pampanga. Natividad against Serrano. Natividad calling a head play. Screen by Mayo. Natividad now against Young. 10 on the shot clock. Natividad crossover move inside. And we will have a foul on Ransel Young. Young with his third foul. And Pampanga nearing penalty. Castro now with the ball. Castro. And Castro turns the ball over. An opportunity for Pampanga to take the lead. And now Castro back on the bench. Pampanga has not tasted the lead since the first quarter. Garcia attacks inside. Garcia short on that layup. Loose ball, and we have a foul on Pampanga. Foul is on Young, and I think that's his 5th foul. I'm sorry, that's Young's 4th foul. But still, Pampanga in penalty. So we will have Lontok shooting 2 free throws. As you see the fourth quarter scoring, only 2 points for the Generals. Delta already with 11 in the fourth. But Lontok missing the first free throw. Lontok 0 for 3 at the line tonight. Lontok makes his first free throw of the game. The Generals with a slim 1-point lead. Serrano, he drives inside. Serrano over the defense of Taguig. And Serrano scores to give the Delta the lead. Caduada, full court press by Pampanga. LJ Mayo with the ball. Mayo to Sampurna against David. 10 on the shot clock. Sampurna setting a play. Screen by Mayo. 7 on the shot clock. Sampurna still with the ball against Young. Sampurna looking to attack. Sampurna inside. Scores! Mike Sampurna with that basket. Sampurna with 10 points. The Generals back on top. Serrano against Natividad. Serrano with the ball. Serrano has the hot hand. Serrano attacks inside. And a pass knocked out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Generals with 6 on the shot clock. The Delta with possession as we watch this basket over Jonas Lontok. But Sampurna on the other end scoring on that running shot. David missing the 3. Offensive rebound by Mark Dyke. And he will shoot 2 free throws. Mark Dyke drawing contact. And Mayo with a foul. 5th foul on LJ Mayo. Mayo in foul trouble. We also have Harvey Sobrabas with 5 fouls. Ransel Young with 4 fouls in this game. As Mark Dyke misses the first. Dyke with 10 rebounds in the game. Mark Dyke closing in on a double-double. He has 8 points in the game as Dyke makes the free throw. We are tied at 83. Sampurna against David. Sampurna escapes the defense. Sampurna attacks! And he makes the layup. But that was, we have confusion right here. A traveling violation was called. But we saw that shot by Sampurna going in, but it was deflected by Lontok. Let's watch it again. This might be an offensive interference, but let's wait for the official word. Ball went in, but Lontok deflected it out. Let's watch it again. Some confusion on the floor as we watch this layup by Sampurna, but Lontok deflecting the ball away. Coach Bing Victoria on your screens. They are saying that that should count. Let's wait for the official word. So the call is a traveling violation. So that shot will not count. We have Taguig turning the ball over. Serrano now with the ball against Caduada. Serrano inside. Serrano will head to the line for 2 free throws. So again, a major call earlier with Mike Sampurna. His basket was waved off. And instead a traveling violation was called on the ensuing play. And now Serrano at the line. Hits the first free throw. Serrano 5 of 6 from the line. 17 points for Encho Serrano. He misses the free throw, but Lontok taps the ball away. Ball will remain with the Pampanga Delta. Pampanga up by a point. And now the Delta with possession, Serrano. Serrano, isolation here, 6 on the shot clock. Serrano inside, pass. Lianco at the corner, 4-2. And now the Delta up by 3 points. Caduada with the ball against Serrano. Caduada calling ahead play. Serrano with the pressure. Caduada, almost an interception, and Dyke completes the steal. Dyke, 4-2. Mark Dyke completes the fast break play. And now Taguig requesting for a timeout as the Pampanga Delta now up by 5 points. 6 minutes and 38 seconds left in the fourth as we see Mark Dyke forcing a turnover, and Mark Dyke attacking inside, scoring this layup to give the Delta a 5-point lead. Another look at this basket by Mark Dyke. We have a timeout. A look at MJ Garcia, one of the key players in the Pampanga Delta in this second half, leading this comeback by the Pampanga Delta. MJ Garcia with his 3-point play. And now, thanks to his efforts, 14 points for MJ Garcia. The Delta up by 5. Again, the Pampanga Delta looking to win this one to advance to the NBL Finals. But the Generals looking to equalize and send the series to game number 3. Meanwhile, we have another whistle on the play. And a foul called on the Delta. And Pampanga now in penalty with 6 minutes and 37 seconds left in the ball game. So we will have 2 free throws for the Taguig Generals. So off a timeout. Taguig looking to score. And now free throw numbers. 14 of 19 for the Generals. 24 of 36 for the Delta. The Generals may have been missing a few, but the Delta have been scoring more at the foul line. Natividad hits that free throw. Natividad has 18 points to cut the lead to 3 points. 2 for 2 for Dan Natividad. Serrano to the left side against Subrabas. Serrano still with the basketball. Being closely defended by Subrabas. And now David with a running shot. No good. Rebound by Santos. And we have a whistle. Foul is on Mark Dyke. And again, Pampanga in penalty. So 2 more shots for the Taguig Generals. So this is the predicament right now of the Delta. Any foul will allow Taguig to shoot free throws here. And again, the Generals have only missed 5 in this game. Santos makes the first free throw. He's still perfect from the line. 11 points for, or 12 points for Noel Santos in game number 2. Santos hits the second. It's a 1-point game. Serrano now with the ball against Subrabas. Serrano to David. Thinking 3. They go inside to Mark Dyke against Noel Santos. Dyke inside. And Dyke draws contact. He will shoot 2 free throws. So now both teams in penalty. So another free throw here for the Pampanga Delta. Dyke makes the free throw. Delta up by 2 as we see CJ Ganya and Ranzel Yong back in the game for Pampanga. Under 6 minutes left in game number 2. The Delta with a 1-0 lead in this best-of-3 semifinal series. Mark Dyke converts the free throw. 3-point lead for the Delta. Here's Sampurna to Santos. Outside to Natividad. Natividad crossover move. Natividad inside. Natividad with a layup. No good. Who gets that loose ball? Picked up by Sampurna. And another foul on Pampanga. Mike Sampurna will shoot 2 free throws. MJ Garcia with a foul. 5th foul on MJ Garcia. And 2 free throws once more for Taguig. Again, both teams in penalty now. Sampurna at the line. 10 points for Mike Sampurna. And that's his first miss of the game. 3 of 4 from the line for Mike Sampurna. And look at the fouls. 30 for the Delta, 29 for the Generals. And Sampurna converts down to a 2-point game. Serrano with the ball against Subrabas. Serrano still with the ball. Isolation play here. Serrano attacks inside. Serrano no good. And the rebound by Taguig. Here comes Taguig and a bad pass by Harvey Subrabas. Subrabas turning the ball over. And now Pampanga regains possession. A wasted opportunity for Taguig. Can Pampanga capitalize? Serrano, lob pass to Dyke for 2. 4-point lead for the Pampanga Delta. And now a steal by Young. Young still with the ball. And we have a foul on the Generals, and Young will shoot 2 free throws. So a turnover for the Generals as we see this snap pass and the finish by Mark Dyke to give the Delta a 4-point lead. And Young looking to extend this one. Turnovers, 21 for the Generals, 20 for the Delta. So both teams having a lot of errors in this game. As Lontok returns to the match for Taguig. And now Young will shoot his second free throw. Young has 18 points and 10 rebounds for the Pampanga Delta. But he misses that free throw, and Lontok tapping the ball away. But they're saying that it will be Taguig basketball. It was deflected by a Pampanga player. Let's watch it here. And yes, it was tapped away by Mark Dyke. Meanwhile, a turnover for Taguig. Subraba stepping out the bounds. Another turnover for the Generals. As you watch this, very clear. Subrabas stepping at that line. 7 on the shot clock for Pampanga. Serrano to Dyke. Dyke fakes a pass, takes a 3, short. And the rebound by Taguig. Crucial moments of game number 2. Taguig down by 5. Natividad. Mayo back in the game for the Generals. Natividad, crossover move against Hernandez. Pass to Subrabas. Mayo with 8 on the shot clock. Mayo attacks inside. Mayo, no. Rebound by Pampanga. And now Serrano with the ball. Serrano slowing things down against Sampurna. 10 on the shot clock. Serrano isolation play. Sampurna giving Serrano some space. Serrano fires a 3. Way off. And ball will go to Taguig. Pampanga coming out empty on that possession. Pressure defense here by Pampanga. Natividad against Hernandez. Crosses the timeline. Natividad attacks inside. Drop up pass to Lontok. He scores in a foul. Crucial shot by Jonathan Lontok. And Dyke called for the foul. And Lontok will shoot the bonus here. A chance for a 3-point play. Another look at this pass by Natividad. And the basket by Jonathan Lontok. But he misses the free throw. So it is still a 3-point game. Under 4 minutes left in the ball game. This is game 2 of the Chooks to Go NBL Chairman's Cup semi-final round. Pampanga looking to sweep Taguig in this game 2. 6 on the shot clock. Hernandez against Natividad. Hernandez inside. Hernandez, no. Dyke putback, no good. And Young battling for that rebound, but he misses the putback. Who gets that ball? Ganya. Jumper over Lontok, and Ganya will shoot 2 free throws after that foul. So the Pampanga Delta not giving up on the basketball. They get an extra possession. As we see this attempt by Ganya drawing a foul on Jonas Lontok. Ganya now at the line, looking to extend the lead. Ganya with 8 points in the ball game, and Ganya makes the first free throw. 4-point lead with 3 minutes and 17 seconds left. Again, the Generals led by as many as 23 points in this game. But Pampanga came storming back, outscoring the Taguig Generals 25-18 in the third. Meanwhile, Sampurna on the attack. He scores and a foul. So Sampurna with another crucial shot. Let's watch it again. Nice move by Mike Samporna. Foul on CJ Ganya. Another look at this basket by Mike Samporna. Samporna with 13 points. Crucial moments of game 2. Samporna missing the free throw. Who gets that rebound? It's Dyke. 2-point lead for the Delta. Ganya to the corner. Hernandez fires a three. It's good! Crucial 3-point shot by Levi Hernandez. And now, almost a steal by Hernandez. And we have deflection. So ball will stay with the game. As we watch this 3-point shot by Levi Hernandez. He has been struggling tonight. But now, Levi Hernandez with 10 points in the game thanks to that crucial 3 at the corner. Under 3 minutes left in the ball game. The Generals down by 5. Subrabas, or sorry, that's Natividad against Hernandez. Mayo with a screen with 9 on the shot clock. They go to the corner. Subrabas for 3. A huge shot by Harvey Subrabas. And it's just a 2-point game. What an exciting finish to game number 2. Serrano, fadeaway shot. No. Who gets that rebound? It's Taguig. And a chance to tie the game. Natividad to the corner. Subrabas against David. They will slow things down. 10 on the shot clock. A chance for the Generals to tie the game or even take the lead. Natividad inside. And we have a foul sending Natividad to the free throw line. Levi Hernandez can't believe the call. 5th foul on Levi Hernandez. And now, Dan Natividad shooting 2 free throws. A chance to tie the game. Natividad, 19 points in the contest. He makes the free throw. 1 minute and 58 seconds left in game 2. Taguig looking to extend the series. Natividad missing the free throw. Rebound by David and the long lead pass. Dangerous pass by Jason David. Taguig with a turnover and we have a foul and another free throw for the Generals. Jason David with a dangerous pass. And now, Natividad shooting 2 free throws. A chance to take the lead. Natividad has only missed twice at the line. 7 of 9 from the line. And he makes it. At dahil sa sportsmanship moment na yan, si Encho Serrano, ang ating manok ng bayan of the game, atid sa inyo ng Chooks to Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan, garantisadong 0 antibiotics. For the lead, he misses. Rebound by David. And we are tied at 97. Crucial possession for the Delta. Garcia against Natividad. Garcia, 10 on the shot clock. Garcia inside. Drop off pass to Dyke. 8 on the shot clock. David fires a 3-point shot. No good. Final for that loose ball. Picked up by LJ Mayo. And now, this is for the lead. Taguig with the ball. Subrabas inside to Lota for the lead. Nice pass by Mike Samporna. And now the Generals are up. And now, can Pampanga respond? Hernandez. Hernandez with the ball. Hernandez being pressured. Handoff. David. David spin move. David fakes. Inside. He scores. Jason David ties the game. 57 seconds left. What an exciting finish. Samporna to Mayo. Crucial possession for Taguig. Mayo attacks inside. Mayo throws a pass. Almost a turnover. Samporna fakes. Samporna scores. Mike Samporna answers. 2-point lead for Taguig. And now Pampanga with the ball. A chance to tie the game or even take the lead. Hernandez against Sampurna. Hernandez turns around. Hernandez, fall away. No! Garcia with a putback. Huge putback by MJ Garcia to tie the game at 101. 28.4 seconds left in the goal game. Let's watch this shot by Mike Sampurna. A crucial basket by Mike Sampurna. 13 points in the game, but on the other end, a crucial putback by MJ Garcia to tie the game at 101. We have a timeout. Back here on Solar Sports as we watch the highlights of Mike Sampurna in this game. 15 points, 7 rebounds, including crucial shots in the end game, including this one that gave Taguig the lead, but MJ Garcia responding with a game-tying basket. And now we are tied at 101. Taguig with the ball. Again, they are down in this series 1-0, and they are aiming to extend the series to a game 3. So let's see what will happen here. They will inbound at the backcourt. And now Natividad. Pass, almost turning the ball over. And now Sampurna inside. He stops inside. Lontok, short. Rebound by Dyke. 14 seconds left. And Dyke requesting for a timeout. And now a chance for Pampanga to win this semifinal series and advance to the finals. But first, let's watch this. Sampurna in trouble. He passes the ball to Lontok, missing on that short stop. And now we have a timeout. We will take a break. Back here on Solar Sports for the final. 13.5 seconds left of game number 2. We have the Delta with possession. We are tied at 101 and a chance for Pampanga to seal game 2 and advance to the finals. So let's see. We can expect Levi Hernandez or Encho Serrano to get this final possession. Again, the shot clock is off. So this could be the last shot of game number 2. Let's see. Serrano against Natividad. 10 seconds left. Serrano with the ball. 5 seconds left. Serrano driving inside. Serrano outside. Ganya for the win! And we are heading to overtime. Nice play there by the Pampanga Delta. Everything but the basket. CJ Ganya getting the open look. Let's watch it again. Ganya with an open three. He only missed that shot. And we will go extra 5 minutes in this game number 2. Overtime when we return. we are back in Game 2 of the Chooks to Go NBL Chairman's Cup 2021, and we are now in overtime. So yes, an added 5 minutes in this Game 2 with Pampanga only one win away from sweeping this one. And now we begin overtime. Taguig dodging a bullet earlier, a few moments ago, when CJ Ganya missed that game-winning three, a potential game-winning three. Meanwhile, Samporna again. Samporna with a hot hand. 17 points for Mike Samporna. Garcia inside, no good. Rebound by Natividad. Taguig on the run. Samporna against Serrano. Samporna losing the ball. And now it's with David. Deflected away. Stolen by Subrabas. To Natividad. Natividad, hand off to Lontok. Lontok outside to Subrabas. He will wait for his teammates. Mayo attacks. Mayo for two. 4-point lead for the Taguig Generals. What an auspicious start for Pampanga or for Taguig in this overtime period. Serrano against Natividad, screen by Dyke. Serrano for three. It is down to one. Taguig with the ball. Generals with the lead. Under 4 minutes left in overtime. Natividad against Garcia. Natividad with the ball against Dyke. Bounce pass inside. Almost a steal by Mark Dyke with 7 on the shot clock. And now Ganya back in the game as we watch this layup by LJ Mayo. Open lane for LJ Mayo. But Encho Serrano with an answer with a 3-point basket. Taguig with 4 on the shot clock. Samporna no good. Rebound by Young. This is for the lead. Serrano with the ball against Natividad. Dyke with the screen. Serrano with the ball. Fires a 3-point shot. Good! Back-to-back 3-point shots by Encho Serrano. And now the Delta up by 2 points. 3 minutes left in overtime. Mayo against Young. Subrabas to Natividad. Natividad baseline drive, and we have a hand check foul on Pampanga. As we watch this three-pointer by Encho Serrano, back-to-back threes for the former LaSalle Green Archer. And now Garcia returning to the bench. And he will be replaced by Levy Hernandez. 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in overtime. The Delta with a 2-point lead thanks to back-to-back threes by Encho Serrano. Mayo against Young. Mayo still with the ball, 8 on the shot clock. Mayo drives inside, losing the ball momentarily. Pass outside to Natividad. Natividad, fadeaway shot, short. Rebound by Dyke. Crucial defensive stop for the Pampanga Delta. Serrano with the ball. Hit back-to-back threes to give the Pampanga Delta a 2-point lead here. Serrano, 9 on the shot clock. Serrano. And a foul is called on Jonas Lontok with 6 on the shot clock. Fourth foul on Jonas Lontok. As we watch this foul, and with the shot clock winding down, Serrano throwing contact. 6 on the shot clock. Serrano with the ball. Pass to Ganya. Back to Serrano. Fires another three. Way off. Offensive rebound by Mark Dyke. Hernandez fires a three. It's good! 3 straight 3-point baskets by the Pampanga Delta. Levy Hernandez hitting from downtown. And now the Pampanga Delta holding to a 5-point lead thanks to that 3-point shot by Levy Hernandez. And Taguig requesting for a timeout as we watch it again. We will return shortly. Look at the playoff bracket with the Pampanga Delta holding a 1-0 series lead against the Taguig Generals, and a win by Pampanga will send them to their third straight finals appearance. Of course, coming up later on, it will be the Game 2 showdown between La Union and Muntinlupa. But now, back to this game. Generals down 5. Taguig having trouble with the inbounds pass. Dyke with a block. Taguig dodging a bullet. Natividad over Ganya. And Natividad will shoot 2 free throws. At ang harap-harapang butatan na yan ay atid sa inyo ng Chooks to Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. So now Dan Natividad earning a trip to the foul line with the Generals down by 5. Dan Natividad with 21 points in this ball game. Natividad. Oh, a crucial miss by Dan Natividad. 1 minute and 53 seconds left in overtime. Early in overtime, Taguig was up 105 to 101, but 3 consecutive 3-point shots by Encho Serrano and Levi Hernandez brought the Delta to a 5-point lead. Now it's down to 4 after that free throw by Dan Natividad. Taguig looking for a defensive stop. Ranzel Yong looking for a teammate. Finds Ganya. Hand up to Levi Hernandez. Hernandez fires another 3. It doesn't go this time. Rebound by Taguig. Natividad attacks Hernandez to the corner. Fidel Castro. Castro to Natividad. To Subrabas. 1 minute and 22 seconds left in overtime. 6 on the shot clock. Natividad fakes a pass. And he draws a foul with 4.2 on the shot clock. And I think Pampanga in penalty, so 2 free throws for Dan Natividad. Natividad back at the line. 21 points for Dan Natividad. Oh, another miss at the line. Another miss for Dan Natividad. And you can see in his face the frustration after missing that free throw. Another miss, but the rebound by Mayo. Offensive rebound by Mayo. He fakes. He misses. Rebound. A huge rebound by Ranzel Yong. And now Serrano with the basketball. And a steal. Mayo attacks inside. No good. Who gets the rebound? We have a jump. A sorry miss there by Taguig after forcing a turnover. And the referees will take a look. Let's watch it here. Battle for that loose ball. And it's close. So close. Again, Taguig looking to stay alive. They are down 1-0 in this best of 3 series. Let's watch it again here. Dyke with the ball, and then Lontok trying to get it. And then the ball is loose. Our officials still taking a look at that play. This is a crucial call. The initial call was a jump. And the ball will go to Taguig. 58.2 seconds left in overtime. So another opportunity for the Generals. Mike Sampurna now in the game for Taguig. And now chance of defense from the Pampanga bench. They're a minute away from advancing to the NBL Finals. Sampurna inside, scores! Down to a 2-point game. 50 seconds left. Serrano looking to close the series. Being closely guarded by Harvey Subrabas. And it's now Taguig's turn to chant defense. 8 on the shot clock. Serrano, inside, Serrano, no! Rebound by Subrabas. Chance for Taguig. Oh, a bad pass! A bad pass by Harvey Subrabas. A huge turnover. 26.7 seconds left in overtime. And now Taguig has to foul. But Hernandez requesting for a timeout. What a bad pass there. A huge error by Harvey Subrabas. And now Pampanga with a timeout. In the game, as you watch this shot by Mike Samcorna, cutting the lead of the Pampanga Delta to just 2 points. But here's the turnover. A crucial call, the indecisiveness of Harvey Subrabas costing Taguig on that possession. And Subrabas beside himself after that turnover. 22.2 seconds left in the ball game. Here in overtime, the Delta looking to finish off the Generals, the game reset. No timeouts for both teams. The Generals still have one foul to give. The Delta in penalty right now. So we can expect a foul here from the Generals, but I'm sure they would want to attempt a steal before fouling. Again, the Delta looking to advance to the finals for the third straight time in the NBL. Of course, in Season 2, in their first finals appearance, they lost to the same Taguig Generals in the finals. And now the Delta looking to get a measure of revenge against the Generals. Meanwhile, oh! Almost a turnover there. But the Pampanga Delta recovers. Hernandez being pressured by Natividad. Shot clock winding down. And we have a foul. Almost a turnover there by the Pampanga Delta. Foul on Dan Natividad. But Taguig not yet in penalties. You watch this inbound. Almost a bad pass there by Encho Serrano. But Serrano recovers. And now a foul was called. And now Taguig in penalty. 11.3 seconds left in overtime. The Delta up by 2 points. Delta with a 1-0 series lead in the semifinals. Pressure defense by Taguig. Almost a turnover. Young inside. Serrano for 2. And a foul. Huge basket by Encho Serrano with 3.4 seconds left. And that should do it. Encho Serrano with 25 points. Taguig almost stealing the ball away, but Encho Serrano wide open inside. Lotok forcing to foul, and Encho Serrano looking to close the series. Another look at that basket by Encho Serrano. Serrano, no good. And a timeout called by Taguig. Only 1.9 seconds left in overtime. 4-point lead for the Delta. We have a timeout. Back to the ball game in a look at the storied rivalry of the Taguig Generals and the Pampanga Delta. Of course, in Season 2, they faced off each other, the Generals sweeping the Delta in their best-of-3 finals to win the Season 2 finals at the expense of the Pampanga Delta. But right now, a chance for revenge on the part of the Pampanga Delta. They are up by 4 points with only 1.9 seconds left in overtime. And now the Delta can smell it. And of course, the Delta, no need to foul on this play. The Generals will hope for a 4-point play right here. Our table officials adjusting the clock to 3.8 seconds left. But the Delta, the only thing that they have to do is not foul on this play. 3 seconds left in overtime. The Generals will inbound. The Generals need a 4-point play. Sampurna to the corner. Tansyoko. Short. And that's it. The Pampanga Delta advancing to the NBL Finals. Sweeping the Taguig Generals in their best-of-3 semi-final affair. And the Pampanga Delta are back in the finals. What a fight back by the Pampanga Delta, thanks to Encho Serrano and Levy Hernandez. And now they're back to the NBL Finals for the 3rd straight time. Levy Hernandez on your screens, one of the heroes in game number 2. A gallant stand by the Taguig Generals. They were up by as many as 23 points, but the Pampanga Delta came storming back to win game number 2 to sweep the best-of-3 semi-final affair. Look at Coach and Pampanga Governor Dennis Pineda watching the game online, supporting his team as they are going back to the NBL Finals. They await the winner of the series between La Union and Muntinlupa. We will wrap up our coverage of this first game when we return.
Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. 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 Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan.
A final here, the Chooks to Go NBL Chairman's Cup 2021 semifinals. The Pampanga Delta sweeping the Taguig Generals with a 112-108 overtime victory in Game 2. And our Hey Hey Chicken Burger best player of the game, none other than the hero of this game, Mr. Encho Serrano. And Encho, congratulations sa'yo, no? At Encho, mukhang napansin ko, very emotional ka, no? In this game, nung palapit ka sa amin, parang nakikita namin yung emotion mo. Parang ang napakasaya mo sa panalo. Bakit kaya, Encho, ba't gano'n na lang yung emotion mo?
Siguro naging emotion ako kasi yung game na to, pinaghirapan talaga namin ng mga teammates ko. Hindi basta-basta yung ginagawa namin sa training. Tapos, di ba, kahapon panalo po kami sa game, nag-training pa kami kaninang umaga. Nag-sacrifice kami kasi gusto namin makuha yung panalo kasi gusto namin ipakita sa boss namin na kahit wala siya dito. Kasi yung supporter niya sa amin laging andyan. So, kaya yun yung ginawa namin motivation na maglaro kami.
Ating Hey Hey Chicken Burger best player of the game, si Encho Serrano, 25 points. Ito, pinapakita natin yung highlights, yung mga pinakita mong mga crucial baskets, including yung back-to-back na 3-pointers ninyo. At Encho, ito, tanongin kita, yung finals, nakapasok na kayo, either La Union or Muntinlupa. Anong masabi mo sa final series ninyo ngayon? Na-overcome ninyo tong Taguig. Ano masabi mo? Regardless of sino makalaban nyo, anong tingin mo sa magiging final series nyo? Especially, nung last time, wala ka nga pala, no? So ano masabi mo dun sa final series na yon?
Well, ayun pa din, mag-ano pa din kami, magre-ready pa din kami para sa finals kasi hindi pa kami tapos. So yun, paghihirapan pa din namin yun. Gagawin lang namin yung lahat ng pinapagawa sa amin ng mga coaches namin, pati yung boss namin.
Encho, baka may gusto kang pasalamatan?
Ayun, syempre unang-una nagpapasalamat ako sa Panginoon kasi binigay niya yung panalo na to. Papasalamat din ako kay Boss Governor Dennis Delta Pineda kasi sa walang sawang suporta niya sa amin. Siyempre yung family ko, family Serrano, Caralde, tapos yung pinsan ko sa Tarlac, si Boss Wee, tsaka si Kyle. Yun. Maraming salamat po. Ako si Encho Serrano, certified homegrown ng Pampanga.
Congratulations, Encho Serrano, ang ating Hey Chicken Burger Best Grip the Game. Congratulations at good luck sa finals.
Thank you. Thank you po.
We now go to the highlights of this exciting game between Pampanga and Taguig. First quarter, Pampanga got off to a strong start. They led 22-9 in the first, but Taguig came roaring back with some baskets from their key players, including Mike Sampurna, hitting that corner three to give the Generals a 2-point lead at the end of the first. In the second quarter, Taguig still in control of that quarter. Noel Santos with that basket. They led 35-23 at 1 point in the second period. And the Generals were up at halftime 60-44. And in the third, the Delta came right back in this game. Fidel Castro with that reverse layup, but Jeffrey Santos with this dish by Mark Dyke. LJ Mayo open from the line with that shot, but Levy Hernandez starting to heat up in the third to give the Delta. They still trailed by 9 entering the fourth. But in regulation, Encho Serrano began to take over this ball game. Serrano with a 3-point shot. Mike Sampurna also coming through for Taguig. But this was a crucial putback by MJ Garcia. Sampurna with that up and under move. The game was tied at 101 at the end of the fourth. And in overtime, Taguig started out with 4 straight points, but Encho Serrano hitting back-to-back 3-point shots. This was the second three to give the Pampanga Delta the lead and the series clincher. Encho Serrano with that basket to give the Pampanga Delta a hard-fought 112-108 win over Taguig to sweep and advance to the finals, where they wait the winner of the next game, the next series between the La Union Power and the Muntinlupa Water Warriors. So the Pampanga Delta advancing to the finals for the third straight time. So that ends our game 2, but we will have more action in the NBL. Up next, game 2 between La Union and Muntinlupa live here on Solar Sports. So don't change that channel. We will return shortly. Itong NBL, ang tahanan ng tunay na homegrown.